Okay.
So now do you hear? That ain't too loud, is it?
No, it's good. It's good.
All right. Okay.
Good morning, and thanks for tuning in to Thurston Stevenson Radio. This is your host, Thurston Stevenson, and today our guest is none other than Irma King, my grandmother, and I will be interviewing her on what it was like for her growing up in the Deep South in the 50s, and just talking to her about what her childhood was like and how it has impacted her to this day. We will also talk a little bit about things that she wished she had continued to do in life, and we will end with some advice for future generations. So, thanks for tuning in, and this is, again, is Thurston Stevenson Radio. The sound or talking that you hear in the back is because Irma King always has a TV or radio playing, no matter the time of day or whether she's at home or not. She always has something on, and maybe we'll touch on that a little bit as we get into the show. Enjoy. My first question, what was it like growing up in Mississippi in the 50s?
I didn't live in Mississippi. We left Mississippi in the 50s and moved to Arkansas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. But me living in Mississippi was great for me as a child.
What was great about it?
All of the family that lived there. And when we moved to Arkansas, we had no family. It was just us.
Oh. How long were you in Arkansas?
Until I was 17.
Oh, wow.
And I came to Illinois.
What was Arkansas like?
The rain and the mud, we've never seen anything like it before. Because in Mississippi it was sand, and up there they called it gumbo.
Gumbo.
I got stuck in the mud, and by the time I got my feet out, my boot had bust, because we had the kind of boots that you put over the top of your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what did your parents do in Arkansas?
My father was a sharecropper. He was a sharecropper in Mississippi.
Sharecropper, huh?
Yes.
What kind of crops did he do?
He raised corn, beans, and cotton.
Huh.
So I had to learn how to pick cotton. Because I used to stay at home and watch the baby. I was the babysitter. But I found out going to the field was much easier than staying home. For me, it worked.
You didn't like babysitting?
No.
What didn't you like about babysitting?
Because my mom would put lunch on, and I had to make sure it didn't burn up, and plus watch the kids. And I bet I had let the fire went out. Otherwise, I'd probably get a whooping.
So,
But going to the field, you only had one job.
yeah. How long did you guys have to work in the fields?
Worked in the field. All of your life looked like
Well, was it like sun up to sundown, or?
we would, most of the time, unless the dew was on, you couldn't go in the field when the dew, you would have to kind of wait on the dew to kind of dry off the cotton when we were picking cotton. But then you had to be out there. Probably if it was nice and dry, you'd be out there at 5 o'clock in the morning. You'd be done, ate breakfast and everything. Because you had to get up to make sure the chicken was fed, the cows was milked. Then you'd have to take them and put them in another pasture where they could eat grass and stuff. You had to feed the pigs. You had to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And you'd be out in the dark pretty much. And you work from 5 in the morning to just 5 in the afternoon, and then you rushed home and did your chores you had to do. You had to get the wood in for cooking in the evening time.
So you guys...
And then had to milk the cows in the evening. A lot of time my older brothers and them, they milked. But then when it got time for me and Peter and Wood to learn how to milk, yeah. I didn't like to milk cows either.
So I got one more question for you. What's something you would like to tell the next generation? Not me. I guess I'm the next, the one after that.
The one after you, like Gabrielle and them, huh?
Yeah.
Work, save your money, prepare for the future. That's if you can.
Why do you say if you can?
If we gonna be around, if they gonna be around.
What makes you think we might not be around?
Well, things are looking kind of peaky there with our president right now.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Please tune in next week for part 2 to hear what Grandma Irma thinks about the current state of our country and the world. But for now, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.